Hey guys, it's Emma back again with another book review. This is serious. So, I was recommended to read these at the same time, Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms by Sarah J Maas, and I did. And I need to tell you why that is the best option to do for these two books. The second to last two books in the Throne of Glass series. So Empire of Storms comes first, and then this is at the same time Tower of Dawn. This is Kale's story, and this is Aylin's story. Same time, different continents. And I highly recommend you read them at the same time because we all are annoyed at Kale. We all hate him right now. Aylin has a great storyline. She gets a little bit annoying, so you need to switch between them both. And there's just like a big event that happens right towards the end, about the same page on both books. So you can perfectly line it up. Like I read almost all this book, and then the last couple of chapters, big things happened. Read more and more of this until this book said, oh, the thing that happened after this, and I was like, no. So I started reading this, and it told me like what was happening. It actually worked out perfectly fine. Nothing spoiled anything for me. I read this part, and then it perfectly went in aligned with this one. Plus, things get annoying in both books. And you know what's nice to do when you're annoyed of a book? Go to another one. Okay, yeah. And if you finish both of these at the same time, you can jump right into Kingdom of Ash, which you'll want to because the ending is so bad. Bad as in like you need to read the next one ASAP. So if you had to read this whole book in between Empire of Storms and Kingdom of Ash, you will want to die. There's nothing about it. You will want to die if you have to read this entire book while not knowing what happened to Aylin or her friends or any of that stuff. So you need to read them at the same time. That's the end of my little, like, you haven't read these books yet talk. That's my recommendation for combining these so you can jump right into Kingdom of Ash, the final book in the Throne of Glass series. So, now that I know you have read them both, I really liked this book. I stopped hating Cole, whatever. I stopped hating him. I started to like him and who he's with. Nesrin, pretty cool storyline. This whole world, like she created even more onto the world that we already was like a huge world building, and so this made it even better. Some things just felt unnecessary. Sure, the book is thick as hell, and it's about one of the least favorite characters, at least in my opinion, but I really enjoyed how it ended. Even though it was a little bit cheesy, I just think it was a good story, and it helped me get through this one at the same time because I was getting bored of this book because it was just constant stuff. Aylin sacrificing herself for everything over and over and over. It just makes me a little bit angry when she keeps doing the same thing over and over again when you really just want to get going. And again, one of the arcs just felt like it dropped off. But now, this has the better assortment of characters. Elide, Lorcan, some points of view, Aiden, Lysandra is the best. Lysandra's in here. Of course, Rowan and Aylin, both in here. So this is jam-packed full of characters. So even if one of them's annoying you, Manon, Dorian, yes, of course. Manon is one of my top characters, along with Lysandra. So this has so many people and so many changes. Finally, some characters get their arc of redemption, or at least meet other characters, and they get along beautifully. I love it. But then when you're looking at Tower of Dawn, It's Nesrin, Kaal, and Yrene. I think that's it. So there's 3 characters here, where this one's got like 20 million, which is always nice. It's just if you get a little bit annoyed with this one, you can go to this one. If this one feels slow, you jump to this one. And then the final big events in both books are at about the same time, and you can't put them down. Recommend finishing this one first at least, but don't give yourself too much to read in here because you will want to start Kingdom of Ash right away. Don't take that lightly. You want to start Kingdom of Ash right away. Overall, this is one of my favorite books in the series, not the favorite. This was one of my favorite books of the series, not the favorite. I think my favorite is probably Queen of Shadows, maybe Heir of Fire. No, Kingdom of Ash, because it's both of them combined. I can't decide. One of those that I just mentioned. But these were really close to also being my favorites, especially because redemption, change, new characters, new world, basically. This one had characters all coming together, people that I really like, and just some more conflict. Woohoo, that's what I love. I want it to be solved. And of course, I love her series, Sarah J Maas. Her books make me live. I love Aelin and how she's written, and strong female characters, along with how Manon and so many people change. She really does a great job with new personalities and interweaving them and seeing how people work together, but also sacrifice, depression, all these things. So I'm really happy with these books. Read them at the same time so you can start Kingdom of Ash. One person suggested it and I did it, and it was the best decision I ever made. So please tell me what you thought of these books. I love them. I finished the whole series already. I've just been in a huge book hangover because after you finish, I finished both of Sarah J Maas' series completely, and my heart just feels like it's been ripped out and thrown in the dirt, and I don't want to start any other books, but I have to because I bought so many of them and I want to read them, but every time I just get kind of sad. Yeah, so my book hangover is probably going to end soon. I'm going to force myself to read, and then after I get into the books, I'm reading the Shadow and Bone series and the Six of Crows. So we're going on to Leigh Bardugo's series, all right? Please tell me if you've read those as well and what you thought of these. I want to discuss it so bad because my friend that I'm reading these with has not finished these yet. Ravenna, if you're watching, read now. We need to talk. All right, guys. See ya.